Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with a quick market update for today, January 25th, Thursday. Today, I'm bringing to you a lot of economic data and also two big news for the market. Let's start with the economic data. GDP growth rate came way higher than expected, 3.3% instead of the 2%. Remember that growth means inflationary pressure, and this is not good for the Fed higher for longer narrative that they are trying to push to the markets to really wake the market up. And apart from that, we got also initial jobless claims higher than expected and continued jobless claims higher than expected. But I think this is a big miss, and market really suffered because of that. Growth means good for investments, good for investors, but at the same time, growth has also always mean higher prices and inflationary pressure. So we have to take that into consideration because the price action really has a lot to do in this earnings season related to this GDP growth. Apart from that, two big news. The first one, Microsoft lays off 1,900 workers in Activision Blizzard and Xbox gaming division. Job cuts mean basically higher potential for growth because they are leaving behind the expenses of these jobs. So basically, this is good for investors. They are trying to balance this by cutting this and laying off people. They are trying to balance their growth. So this is good for Microsoft. But however, Apple just released 14 minutes ago that Europe, basically New Europe law, has made Apple to take a decision, not willing to take that decision, but it's obliged because of the law to open up iPhone App Store in Europe. Basically, as you can see here, Apple didn't make this move voluntarily, and these open apps, Spotify and Microsoft, to really take advantage of the new regulation that allow to bypass the 30% fee that Apple takes on in-app purchases. So this is less growth for Apple. And as we are going to see right now, let's basically move into the chart because look at Apple. Apple is just being annihilated right now and is dragging the Nasdaq down. The Nasdaq was basically in a choppy day. We got the initial manipulation move into the GDP growth. In the open, we tried to go lower and then bounce off this fair value gap. But throughout all the day, we've been waiting for the 7-year action. And let me tell you, that was a disaster because the Fed took $0, and that put higher interest rates and higher yield into this auction, making basically the auction a disaster. And since then, we've been going lower and lower and lower. And now that Apple is putting more pressure, be really careful with the price action because Microsoft was really trying to push higher, but the Nasdaq right now is quite unbalanced. It's not in balance due to this Apple news. Be careful if you're looking for longs into the afternoon because this is quite dangerous. And also Tesla, look at this, 12% in the red after yesterday's really bad earnings. The dollar is quite strong, 0.33, and the small caps are also dragging down all these, the S&P down. But there's a lot of liquidity here being generated. So we have to watch Apple. If Apple wakes up and tries to recover this move on news, we might have some opportunities for longs. But today is just, we are flat, 0.00. We were something up here trying to take this inefficiency and this liquidity, but oh boy, the action and Apple news destroy the market right now. And the sentiment is quite bearish right now, taking all the sell side liquidity. So for now, I think this is a sit tight, hands off the market. And tomorrow we have the PCE data. So my recommendation, as always, is to take things with perspective, with patience and discipline, and manage your risk. This is a hard market. So take that into consideration and manage your risk to the extreme. And I think that's all. Really quick. I would like to take these things quick to just provide you with some information. If you want to trade into the close, be really, really careful. And that's all from my side. As always, thank you for your time. If you found this video useful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel because I upload videos like this one every single day for market forecast, market updates, and market recap. I appreciate your time as always. Remember that the trading day is not over yet. Be really careful into the close. And my recommendation is to wait for tomorrow. And we will see the PCE data tomorrow, Friday, capital preservation Friday. Take that into account. Stay safe, everyone, and see you tomorrow.